Most people don't reveal themselves all at once. Some reveal compassion. Some reveal fear. Some reveal the machine. And when you begin to awaken, this becomes impossible to ignore. You notice that people are not only individuals moving through the world. You see that they are mirrors. They reflect the false world back to you. The false world does not only exist in government systems, social media, and distractions. It lives through the sleeping human beings who have forgotten the light within. The false world is not just outside of you. It is echoed through the people around you. You can see it in the way they chase appearances. You can see it in the way they worship status. You can see it in the way they repeat opinions they never even questioned. You can see it in the way they defend the very prison that drains them. And when your consciousness begins to separate from that field, something strange occurs. Conversations, reactions, and even a look in someone's eyes becomes a mirror. You begin to see what rules them. And once you see what rules them, you begin to see what is trying to keep ruling you. That's where the bridge begins. Because the point is not to judge them. The point is to recognize the pattern. The person in front of you may be speaking, but something deeper may be moving through them. Maybe it's the fear of being rejected, or the need to dominate, or perhaps the addiction to distraction. These are not random traits. They are reflections of the false world. The false world trains people to become hollow, and then it uses those hollow people to keep everyone else asleep. This is why awakening can feel lonely at first. You are not only losing interest in the things you used to enjoy, you are losing the ability to pretend that enjoying those things is normal. The conversations that once entertained you now feel empty. The arguments that once pulled you in now feel mechanical. The approval you once wanted now feels like a chain. And the people you once tried to impress may begin to look like echoes of a dream you are awakening from. You have to be careful, because the ego loves to hijack this stage of awareness. The ego says, I see through them now. I am above them. That's not Gnosis. That's just another false identity. The awakened soul does not look at the sleeping world with arrogance. It looks with sorrow, clarity, and distance. Sorrow because it remembers what it was like to be trapped. Clarity because it refuses to go back to sleep. And distance because not every sleeping soul deserves your energy. If this message is resonating, like this video and subscribe to the channel. This helps bring these transmissions to others who are beginning to see through the illusion. The people around you become mirrors in 3 ways. First, they mirror the values of the false world. They show you what this world rewards. Image over essence. Noise over silence. Performance over truth. Control over love. Comfort over awakening. Distraction over remembrance. When someone lives entirely through these values, they become a walking advertisement for the prison. They may look successful. They may look confident. They may look like society approves of them. But beneath it, you can feel the absence. The light is covered. The soul is buried under roles, ambitions, and wounds. And if you are still seeking approval from the false world, these people can intimidate you. But when the monad calls you inward, something shifts. You no longer envy the mask. You realize the cost of wearing it. Second, people mirror your remaining attachments. This is where your awareness gets sharper. Because not every mirror is showing you them. Some mirrors show you what still has a hold on you. A person's judgment may reveal your hunger to be understood. A person's rejection may reveal your attachment to being chosen. A person's arrogance may reveal where you still want recognition. A person's blindness may reveal your desire to force others to see. This doesn't mean they're right, but the encounter is useful. The false world uses people to pull your consciousness outward. It wants you reacting, explaining, and defending. It wants you to prove, chase, and collapse into the drama. But the monad calls you back to the center, back to the still point within, back to the light. Third, people mirror the unconsciousness of the collective field. This is the deepest layer. There are moments when you are speaking to someone, and you can feel that you are not only speaking to a person, you are speaking to an entire program, a belief system, a fear structure, a social script, a worldview built from imitation. You say something authentic, and they laugh. You speak from your soul, and they become uncomfortable. You question the world, and they defend it instantly. You point toward the light, and they wince in pain because their eyes are only adjusted to the darkness. This isn't personal. The false world defends itself through those who are not ready to see it. That doesn't make them your enemy, though. But it does mean you must stop handing your sacred fire to those who only know how to extinguish it. There is a kind of compassion that becomes self-betrayal when it has no discernment. There is a kind of patience that becomes bondage when it keeps you tied to people committed to staying asleep. There is a kind of love that becomes distortion when it asks you to abandon the truth just to keep the peace. The awakened path requires a cleaner love than that. It's not sentimental. It's not attachment disguised as loyalty. And it's not the need to save everyone. It's true love. Love that sees the divine spark buried beneath the mask, while also refusing to bow to the mask itself. That's the balance. You can honor the spark without abandoning yourself. You can feel compassion without becoming available to manipulation. You can wish someone remembrance without carrying them across the threshold they refuse to approach. Because awakening cannot be forced. Gnosis cannot be handed to someone who is still protecting the illusion that keeps them asleep. You can speak. You can point. You can embody the truth. But you cannot force them to awaken. I'm not telling you to reject humanity. I'm telling you to see it clearly. People are mirrors of the false world, but they're also trapped inside of it. Some are mirrors of vanity. Some are mirrors of fear. Some are mirrors of cruelty. But some, rarely, become mirrors of remembrance. These are the ones who don't pull you downward. They don't demand that you shrink your light. They don't mock your depth. They don't need you to stay asleep so they can feel comfortable. They may not use your language. They may not understand the monad the way that you do. But something within them is sincere. Something within them is turned toward truth. Something within them doesn't hate the light. Learn to recognize the difference. A person doesn't need to be fully awake to be real, but they cannot be devoted to keeping you asleep. That's the line. Because the false world will often send you mirrors that look familiar. Old friendships, old family patterns, old romantic temptations, or even old social roles and versions of yourself wearing another person's face. And each one asks the same question. Will you return to playing the role? Will you lower your frequency to belong? Will you pretend not to see what you now see? This is the test. It's not whether you can condemn the sleeping world. That's easy. The real test is whether you can walk through it without becoming it again. Whether you can see the false world without hatred. Whether you can feel the pull without obeying it. Whether you can stand in the light without needing everyone else to recognize it. Because the false world loses power when you stop requiring its mirrors to validate your path. You don't need the sleeping to confirm that you're awake. You don't need the people that are still asleep to approve of your path. And you don't need the prison guards to bless your exit. The monad does not call you through applause. It calls you through recognition. Quiet, inner, undeniable recognition. And once that recognition begins, the image in the mirror changes. The same people who once confused you now clarify you. The same reactions that once wounded you now instruct you. The same world that once hypnotized you now reveals itself. Not because it changed, but because your sight became true. So when people show you the false world, don't panic. See it. Learn from it. Withdraw your worship from it and return to the light within. Some mirrors are invitations. Some mirrors are warnings. Some mirrors are tests. And some mirrors are doorways. But none of them are your origin. Your origin is beyond the mirror, beyond the mask, beyond the false world. Your origin is the silent light of the monad. And the more you remember that, the less the false world can use other people to make you forget. If this transmission resonated with you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may be starting to see through the illusion but doesn't yet have the words for it. Comment below. What mirror has shown you what you are finally leaving behind? Your comments help build this field of remembrance, so others who arrive here know they are not alone on the path. And if you feel called to support this channel more directly, there are a few ways to do so. You can leave a super thanks on this video. Buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/MagnumOpus333, or you can visit the Magnum Opus 333 store on Teespring. The links are in the description below. And if you want to go deeper within this work, consider becoming a channel member. Memberships help sustain these transmissions and supports the creation of deeper monad-centered content for those who feel called to this path. Remember, your consciousness is the key that unlocks reality. Let's keep unlocking it together. Thank you for watching. Until next time.